Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. What are we doing today? We're starting seeds for our garden. Every year I'd like to grow tomatoes and flowers and stuff like that. And you need to start your seeds about 2 months in advance. I live in Ontario, so I start all my seeds and stuff on March 10th. I've been doing that for the past few years, but the 10th is just a little bit early. So it's the 16th, that's 6 days later. Hopefully that's enough of a delay. So yeah, I got all of my supplies here. No matter how prepared you are, no matter what you do, setting up the film, like, look, is this a high value production going on? I'm on my kitchen table with a bunch of grocery newspapers on my table, but man, setting up no matter what, it'll take you some time. I'm not wearing anything fancy either because I can't, again, this is a setup we have going on. But we gotta be a little bit festive, so I got my summery garden hat on and my sunglasses. I'm actually wearing sunglasses because I have a really bad headache. I took Advil preemptively, thank God, because sometimes I think I can power through a migraine. But the second I get the feeling, okay, it's gonna get bad, I just take Advil, and thank God I did, because I wouldn't even be sitting here. This light above me right now, it's a white light in my kitchen. I don't know what it is about this light that just makes me so nauseous, makes my head hurt, it just irritates me. It's something else. Yeah, I really hate white light, but it is better for filming. But yeah, I have my sunglasses on too. Hey, it fits the theme. If it fits, I sit. And the sunglasses help me with the white light and with the migraine, so it's much better. Here's the thing, when you want to get your seeds and stuff, try to go early, like around early March. They start putting out all that garden stuff. Gardening is a lot of physical work. It's a lot of physical effort. Every single year I get caught up in all of it. I enjoy doing it, I really do. That's why I do it every single year. But it's a lot of physical effort. You gotta go Tarzan mode or set up in the backyard. It's like we have this wall and then we got dirt behind it. That's where we do all our gardening and we put all our vegetables. I have like this tiny stool that I use. I sit on that. That's how you put all the plants into the ground. Vegetables grow in the ground. Surprising. I actually thought they just come from the grocery store. But every year I think I end up overwhelming myself because it is a lot of work physically. Do I bite off more than I can chew? Somewhat. But listen, March rolls around. Okay, I don't care about how tired it makes me every single year. I see all the garden stuff in stores and I start mapping out a farmland in my backyard. And you know, that leads us to now, which is starting our seeds. I'll do the fancy trick where you overlay the footage with a close-up of all the products I'm talking about. So the first is Tiny Tim. It's a cherry tomato variety. I got these seeds at Dollarama. So what these are, it's a dwarf cherry tomato plant. So if you want to save space and you want these delicious red cherry tomatoes, then these are a great option because I'd say they grow about maybe a foot tall. It's like kind of a bush variety of cherry tomatoes, really nice. I've been growing them for about 3 years now, without fail. I love growing these just because of how cute the plants are. I love it. Number 2, I have not grown these from seed. I did in grade 10. I grew these from seed. This is the Super Sweet 100 variety. Has all these code words on it, F1, VF. Whatever that means to the common man, it means nothing to me. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I picked these seeds up too, just because, you know, the colors were so pretty and this packet was convincing to me. This is a vine cherry tomato variety, so it's probably gonna grow pretty tall. And you get these nice, beautiful red orbs of vegetables. Are the vegetables or fruits? I don't care, honestly. The one after that, this is a cherry tomato variety. I don't know, grape tomato, they might call it, because they're kind of longer. They're more oval shaped as opposed to spherical. So this is the tomato cherry Roma variety. And yeah, I grew these last year for the first time. Some of the most gorgeous, deep red, beautiful tomatoes I've ever grown in my entire life. I think my dad ate a grape tomato or something, or a longer variety cherry tomato, and he liked it so much. So now I make sure every single year to grow grape tomatoes because my dad loves them and I love my dad. But yeah, this is the only variety I saw in store for a grape tomato. I know the different kinds. There's like the Juliet's grape tomato, a couple other, but this is the only one that I found. And these are really delicious, apparently. Now, I have 3 packets of cherry tomatoes over here. Do I like tomatoes? No, I can't eat them. Ever since I was a kid, I've tried. And I don't mean to be gross, but they taste like vomit to me. They taste not good at all. I enjoy growing them because my family loves eating them. But anytime I've tried, it's just horrible. I asked my parents, I'm like, what does it taste like to you? And they say it's like a bit sweet, it's a bit sour, but you know, when you let them ripen and everything, they're really sweet. They're like candy. I'm like, what are you talking about? Same thing, I gave a bunch to my grandma. And she's like, I eat them like it's candy. I eat them like it's grapes. And I was like, what? So I tried again last year. Like at this point, I know I probably have some kind of gene. I Googled it. You know how people can't eat, what is it? Cilantro. It tastes like soap to them. I'm sure there's something like that with tomatoes as well. I Googled it and I think I was like, tomatoes taste like vomit to me. And there were a bunch of people that they agreed. They're like, yeah, that's the same case with me. Last year, I'm like, these are so pretty. I can't believe I cultivated these. I did this. So I rinsed it off, and I ate it. I bit into it. I had to spit it out. It was so bad, so bad. It's just not edible for me. I use them in cooking. I think when you cook tomatoes, the chemistry changes completely, and it tastes great then. But just raw tomatoes, I have not been able to eat them ever since I was a kid, and even now. The last variety of seeds that I got, this is the first time I'll be growing mini cucumbers. Last year I didn't grow cucumbers. Well, we bought a plant, like a couple plants of English cucumber. Those were so delicious. They were so fresh and crunchy, and they didn't have that weird taste. You know, I think when cucumbers get a bit old or when they're out of season, they get like this odd taste to them, and I hate that. I thought of it at the end of gardening season last year, and I was like, I have to grow these this year for sure. So again, beginning of March, you gotta go to the store and you gotta get all your seeds. And I found the Lebanese, what does it say? Cucumber Bait Alpha Burpless Lebanese type. These are mini cucumbers, so that's what I'll be growing. And I can't wait. I hope they turn out great. I need to find out how I'm going to support these plants because these are vine plants. And how many sticks, like support sticks, can you have? I need some sort of a trellis setup that would allow these to just vine up, and I don't have to keep on adding sticks and with support clips and these ties, and it's too much to go back and forth. That's what I did last year. I put in a support and we would run out of sticks, have to go buy more sticks, and it's still not enough. So I need some sort of a solid setup for these veggies that I'll be growing this year. So that is the lineup of vegetable seeds that we have. It's not actually hilarious. I grow tomatoes without fail. They're so beautiful. They're so deep red, gorgeous. The flavor is amazing from what I've heard, you know, anyone in my family that eats them. So that's more than enough for me, honestly. As long as they enjoy them, I'll always enjoy growing them. And the cucumbers, I'm really excited for these this year. Hopefully they are delicious. Now, time for flower bulbs. A flower that I love. I love lilies. So I went to the store last year, and again, Walmart, and I saw their variety of flower bulbs. And I saw these lilies. They're called double oriental lilies. So they have like these nice fluffy, ruffly double petals. And I couldn't decide between, there were 2 varieties. One was Magic Star, and the other one was, it was like a rose lily or something like that. So I did, because they're expensive. The bulbs are expensive too. So I just settled on Magic Star. I started them indoors. Last year they sprouted, what do you call it? Sprout? Do bulbs sprout? Yeah, bulbs sprout. But they didn't flower last year. But I put them into the ground, and hopefully this year they will come back. Sometimes bulbs and stuff, they just take a year to establish. I think that might be the case. I'm crossing my fingers because, you know, they're expensive, but they're really beautiful flowers. Now, I couldn't get the bulbs that I left last year out of my head, which was this other variety. They're supposed to have a really nice scent and everything too. These gorgeous deep pink ruffly petals, and it has like a white outline. These are the ones that I didn't get last year. So I looked in stores. My brother went to the store the other day, and I was like, oh, can you just check if they have these? And he's like, no, I didn't see any. So I checked online, checked every store's inventory. None of them are carrying these double oriental lily bulbs, except for one store, Rona. So Walmart didn't carry them, Home Depot didn't have them. Yeah, so I just looked at it online. It was $9 for 3 bulbs. That's criminal. That's so expensive. But I just intended on getting 1 pack, but I ended up getting 2 because I'm like, okay, screw it. if I finally found them, I'm just gonna get them. The only place that had them was one specific Rona. It was a bit far from my house, but we were down in that area, so thank God I found them. Sometimes like the website can be messed up and like the stock and the inventory isn't correct either. So that's what I thought was gonna happen. And the fact that I actually found them in stores, oh my God, I was so lucky. I think they had like 6 or 7 of these bags, that's it. But I can't believe I found these flowers. It feels like such an achievement because I had it at the back of my head, and you know, sometimes things don't always go your way. So I wasn't expecting to actually get my hands on these. But they're gorgeous, and I hope these sprout, like a bloom. What is the word for, yeah. I think seeds sprout. What do bulbs do? I don't know, same thing. But that is the story of these lily bulbs and how I got my hands on them. Last but not least, more lily bulbs, of course. These are, I think, just a regular stargazer variety. I got these at Dollarama. Again, you have to hit these stores early. So early March, I think, they start to get all their bulbs and seeds, and it does sell out fast. There are people like me, there are garden freaks like me who this is their livelihood depends on all this stuff. I bought one of these last year. It bloomed beautifully. These are gorgeous flowers. It's just one bulb for, I think it was like $2.50 or something like that. Gorgeous flowers. The fragrance is incredible. These are really good quality bulbs. And the flowers are massive too. I'd say like the size of my hand. They are beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I just can't resist when I see them. Especially, I swear lily bulbs are the first ones to go off the shelves. Like people buy them really fast. So the fact that I found them, at first I bought one. This Dollarama only had one in stock, and then I went to another one and I saw a couple of these. There were white ones too, but I like the pink color. It's nice. You can never have enough flowers and lilies. I love flowers. Oh my God. We have a lilac bush. It took 3 years to kind of establish and settle into our ground, and it gets so many flowers now. Last year was the first time that it got such gorgeous, fragrant flowers. We cut them up and we put them inside in like a vase with water. So nice. I'm so excited for this year. And another flower that I just discovered last year was hyacinth. So this gorgeous deep bluish purple color, my 2 favorite colors. And we bought them from Home Depot, I think, yeah, so this week actually. So March, I think like 13th to 17th, they get their spring like potted bulbs on sale. I think like, what is it called? A daffodil or a dandelion or something. And tulips and hyacinths. So these gorgeous bulbs. It's like 3 for $10 this year. So I still have to go to the store and get my hyacinth bulbs. I bought them last year too. Just once they're finished, they kind of die down inside. You could just deadhead them, which is the gardening term if you weren't familiar, for just like cut the flowers off and the leaves and you put it into the ground and they return the next year because they're perennials. So I have yet to go to the store and get more hyacinth flowers because you keep them inside. They make your house super fragrant. And then you just put them into the ground and the next year they'll bloom by themselves. I think I've been talking for 15 minutes, but it feels like an hour. We haven't even started the actual work. When did I start gardening? I think grade 10 was the first time I ever grew anything. It was like that little Dollarama, you know those like kids sets? It's like the easy grow thing. It's like this dehydrated dirt. You just add some water into it and sprinkle the seeds. It was cherry tomatoes. And we got really nice tomatoes. So that kind of was the start of everything, and ever since then I've just been growing stuff, and I love it. I love gardening. Nothing like a lively garden. These trays, these cedar trays, I like them. They're simple. I know they have those individual things where you can just put the seeds into these tiny little, they're already spaced out. I don't like those. I just like a simple tray without drainage, of course. Plants never need drainage. I know they say plants should have drainage, and especially when you start seeds and all that, but listen, I don't play by the rules. I have my own rules. I've been growing, listen, I have my credentials. If you see my garden from the past few years, I don't mean to be cocky and like have an ego, but listen, I think I know what I'm doing just a little bit. You just gotta be very careful about how you water the seeds that you're starting and the bulbs and stuff. You don't wanna overwater it at all. Listen, I like to be a little bit risky. I like to live life on the edge, so I don't have drainage in any of my stuff. You just have to be very careful, because when you have drainage, then you gotta have another tray, and I have limited space in this area. I'm already gonna have 4 trays for all my veggies. The trays are from Dollarama, by the way. They're nice. They're just simple black trays. It was like $2.50 for 5 of them. And these things, these are planters. They're rectangular and it has like a nice depth to it. They're very good quality. They're nice and thick. I got these last year at the end of gardening season because I was like, I'm gonna do more bulbs this year. And guess what? Time passes and this year's garden season is back. When you're in the depths of winter, then there are really no prospects. And then as long as March comes and you start seeing all this garden stuff, then you get motivated for the spring. I hate winter. I don't like winter. I don't like the cold. I need to be warm. What was I talking about? Right, these planters. They don't have drainage either. Again, like I said, I am a risk taker. I can tell you there isn't a nicer feeling than when you plant this stuff and it starts sprouting. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. And then it's something else. The plants get bigger, you put them into the ground, they get even more big, and they start giving you vegetables and stuff, and you start giving you flowers. It's so beautiful, honestly. The taste is incredible. Homegrown stuff tastes so good. We grew zucchinis one year, and the flavor, it was just so naturally sweet. Like, there's nothing compares to homegrown veggies. So yeah, now we gotta do the hard part, which is actually do the work. We got a huge thing of potting mix. This is by the Pro Mix brand. It's basically like a cube. This compressed cube. It doesn't look like it'll weigh a lot. I think it's like 50 pounds if I was struggling to like move it around. But it's like really compact. So I'm just worried I'm gonna cut it open and there's gonna be dirt everywhere. We're just gonna have to see. Whoa. Yeah, I do not want this. You can't even mix it. You can't do anything because it's just like, I'm really trying to open this carefully to make my life easier. Make the cleanup easier. I got 30 more seconds or I start losing patience. Come on. Oh no. Are you seeing that? That's like a brick. How do you... Okay, let me go get gloves first of all. Okay, it's 9 p.m. I need to get this done. I'm just gonna scoop the potting mix directly into these trays, then fluff it up. Then add the seeds. You'll see what I'm doing. There's like absolutely no way at this point to avoid a mess. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Clean up after. Guys, gardening is fun. You should try it out. Okay, we're on a roll now. I'm gonna be emptying this bag out. So I got our dirt here. Just add it in lightly, make sure it's fluffed and all that. How much do you want to add in? Add in about 1.5 inch or something like that. And we're gonna sprinkle our seeds across the surface. Can you see me? Okay. My sunglasses. Everything, the dirt's black, the tray's black, my sunglasses are also black. That's making everything dim, but we're fine. We're gonna... Man, everything from last year is just coming back to my head now. That should be enough. Yeah, about 2 inches of dirt. Oh wait, it says literally on the back of the seed packet. Let me see. 1/4 of an inch. What? Whatever, I don't care. I make my own rules. Remember how I was talking about drainage? They say you need to have drainage. I've been growing this for like 4 or 5 years. Watch none of my plants turn out good this year. I jinxed it. I put it out into the universe. Which one should I start first? I need to label these because I'm growing different varieties. Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim. Tomatoes. Get excited, guys. You know, I noticed on the back of these seed packets, they have these codes that says A4 on the back. All the seeds this year from any store that I bought. I don't know if that's like the year that they're made for, like it's 2024. No clue. Just like scatter them so that they have enough room. You know, one year, one of the seed packets failed and nothing, it just didn't work. So last year I accidentally planted 3 of one variety and all of them worked. So we had a lot of extra tomato plants last year. That was about like 30 seeds. I don't know, 1 packet is more than enough. But now I'm overthinking. I'm like, what if this packet fails? Should I just toss in another one alongside it? Have faith in God. This should be enough. I'm just gonna do 1 packet. Just add a light little sprinkle of dirt. Do a little Salt Bay action. Oh, when it was saying 1/4 inch, I think it was saying 1/4 inch. They should be planted a 1/4 inch deep. So say you have your full thing of soil, then a 1/4. Yeah, that's about a 1/4. Yeah, okay. Never mind. We're good. We're good. Should I water all of them at one time, or just do 1 tray and finish a tray? I want to show you my little watering contraption that I make every single year. Lena, why don't you just get a watering can? None of them work. Either the flow is too fast of water, or it just puts too much. These trays are small, and like I said again, no drainage. I'm a risk taker, so this works perfectly. What do I do to this? Let me show you. Nestle water bottle. Take off the label. Whatever. Took years for me to figure out how to poke the holes through this properly, because I would do it from the top into the water bottle, but that would just like make the stream like really weird. So you have to take the cap and poke the holes on the inside out, or just be a normal person and buy a watering can. You know, you'll figure it out. What temperature of water should you water these with? I don't know. They say cold. The gardeners say cold or cool. I do semi-lukewarm, cold to room temperature, so lukewarm. I do lukewarm water, and that I get good results. I don't know if you'll be able to see the nice shower stream. Beautiful, gorgeous. Such a nice shower stream. You can't tell me I'm not a mad scientist for doing all of this. So the watering routine, honestly, when I see the dirt starts to dry up from the sides, which is about every 3 days, I'll water it, either a full bottle. Very much depends. You got to be very careful if you don't have drainage. Now this dirt was very dry. I'm just gonna add a bit more. I can't believe it's garden season again, man. Winter passes. I don't think the winter was too bad in the GTA this year, or else we get so much snow. Not this year. Not this year. Tray 1 down. Tray 2. I remember last year I planted a bunch of bulbs. Oh my god. I got so exhausted in the process. I'm like, I'm never doing this again. Yet here we are. Just, again, like fluffing up dirt as I need it. Oh god. Hopefully editing this video isn't too annoying. But I didn't film this process last year. I just did it in my laundry room. But I just felt like doing it this year. I'm like, why not? In terms of transplanting everything into the backyard outside, that's a very long process. I hope I can film it this year. Don't count on it though, because we'll start sometime in the evening, and it'll get dark and really mosquito-y and dirty and muddy. It's just hard. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Is all the back pain worth growing these two? Yeah, it is, totally. When you see all the nice tomatoes, it is worth it. And I don't have much else going on right now, so this is pretty good. Wow, they give you a nice amount of seeds, these people. These are a lot of seeds, maybe like 50 to maybe 175. It could be any amount of seeds, we don't really know. Even if you want to start getting into gardening, literally just buy one of those easy grow kits from Dollarama. And it's not hard, it's really not hard. I did it when I was a kid. I found it super fun, and here we are. How many years later? I was, I think, 16. I'm 22 now, so like 8, 16, no, 6. Every time. No, I'm hitting that point now. It's like, why? Why do I do this to myself? This is work. And we're only on tray 2. We have 2 more than we got the bulbs. It's an enrichment hour. Put away your cell phone. Garden for a bit. You improve every single year. My showering, my watering apparatus, never been better. I think this is a bite off more than I can chew thing. It's starting to feel, the back pain is starting to feel like it's a bite off more than you can chew type thing now. Boom, done. On the ground you go. Third one, super sweet 100. Why am I doing super sweet this year? I don't know. Oh yeah, also I washed all these trays with soap and water because I don't want any microplastics and stuff in my seeds or anything that could interfere. Oh, what is this? Packet inside a packet. What's going on? What's with the double insulation? What is going on? This had very few seeds compared to the cherry Roma. Now, do they need all this real estate? Because this is a lot of tray room. Forget it. I'm gonna add a pack of Tiny Tims into this. Have this extra pack of Tiny Tims from last year. This is A3 on it. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but yeah. The Sweet 100 on one side and do the Tiny Tims on one side because there are very few seeds. Just gonna go ahead. Water time, water time. The way my labels aren't even making sense anymore. As long as I can read it, that's all that matters though. Another one done. What's the last one? Cucumbers. These look like melon seeds. I'm gonna push these in a little bit. Should they be deeper? Oh my god, I don't want to clean any of this up. I'm gonna have to clean this up. Overwater. Remember guys, it's always better to overwater rather than underwater. As usual, we have the label ready. Perfect. Well now, what else do we have left to do? The lily bulbs. Guys, this is fun. This is exciting. I need a dish of water. I don't know if you have to do this, but kind of like soak the lily bulbs for a second in some water. I really don't know if that's essential or not, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I did it last year and they bloomed, so that's what we're gonna do this year. Bucket number 1. Again, you want to make sure your pots don't have any drainage. Lily bulbs take longer to sprout. How long did they take? I think it took about maybe even a month for them to like kind of just poke out of the dirt. Not deep enough. What does this say? How deep you gotta plant these? From the top. See, this is the top. So let's take a look at these. These come in like this. The stuff that you put in a rabbit cage. I don't know what it's called, these wood chip type thingies. I can't get over how pretty these lilies are. I hope these bloom. I hope these bloom. These better. This much effort going into all of this. Like, this is just what lily bulbs look like to show you the size and stuff. Comes with the roots. It's this like, this root ball looking thing. It has roots at the bottom. Yeah, like that. I honestly don't know if you should be soaking these in water or what you need to do. Just to hydrate them for a second. Everyone likes a little bit of hydration. Make sure to drink your water, guys. I feel like I may have forgotten to mention this, but I'm actually not an expert. I know it might seem like it, but yeah, I'm just learning day by day. Two of my favorite flowers start with L. My name starts with L. Lilacs and lilies. I'm just gonna put a stargazer in the corner too. Are bulbs just supposed to look disgusting? I think so. Just gonna cover those up. The last lily bulb I'm gonna put into a separate pot to give it to someone special, my best friend. There you go, one in this pot. There's like $20 of merchandise in here. These better bloom. There you go, last bulb's in, gotta water them. Again, I'm taking a risk big time with no drainage, but that's it. Life's about taking risks. And that's it. Lily bulbs are in. These are gonna go with the other trays. And hopefully they sprout within a month. Down you guys go. Water, my friends. Lilies. And guess what? Super exciting after this. It's time for cleanup. So thrilled to do that. Now, I'm not too worried about this last one because why? Because there's drainage at the bottom. Just the mess that I've made. Oh, okay, this is officially leaking now. That's fine. That's fine. There's drainage in here. This pot is nice and hydrated. I'm not messy. I'm gonna Clorox wipe everything. Don't even worry about it. I'll put a cat sticker on the pot. This video is gonna be so much fun to edit. I'm saying that sarcastically. I don't want to edit this. It's been like 3 hours. Last one, mud cakes. That's what it looks like down here. Just these cakes of mud and dirt. But that's about it. Thank you for watching. I'll keep you updated when these sprout. It'll take about 5 to 6 days with the veggies, but I don't know if I should put that in a separate video or film a new one, but that would just be like 30 seconds long. I mean, what am I gonna say? But yeah, you guys saw the whole setup of how I, what do you call this? Starting seeds and bulbs. March 16th. Mark your calendars, guys. Goodbye from my muddy little hands.